Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am glad that we are here together, and indeed, happy Friday to you wherever you are today. I hope that you have a lovely start to your day, and of course, if your day is coming to an end on the other side of the world, I hope that it was a good one. Thanks for being here today, and I am glad indeed we're here together. Welcome, welcome. Please let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you on this lovely Friday. Thank you for being here with us, and we do have a wonderful book to close us out, and this one is called We Became Jaguars. This one from Dave Eggers and Woodrow White, and of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you're ready for this one. I hope you enjoy it. It is a beautiful one indeed. Coming up very, very shortly. Thank you so much for being here with us. And just must say too that if you're catching us on Facebook, that is great, because I think there was a few hiccups this morning with the platform, and so hopefully we are live and clear on Facebook as well as YouTube. But so if you don't catch us on Facebook, please skip on over to YouTube and we'll be right there. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. Glad we're here together. And a big thank you indeed to Amanda Wortman for this wonderful picture of Kirkland Corridor Trail, and just stunning, beautiful. And does say too that little cabin that you kind of see, the little structure that you see there, that was actually that is where the station used to be, and right now there are benches in there where people can rest and also read the historical information about and see photos about the railroad track that used to be there. So this used to be a railroad track, but now is bike trail, running trail, walking trail. So if you're ever out there, check out Kirkland Corridor Trail. And I'll be sure to put the link in the comments as well before we leave today. Thank you so much for joining in today. Beautiful spaces and places that we're learning about here on Storytime. So thank you to all of you that are sending in information, sending in beautiful pictures of nature as well, so that we can share and enjoy together. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And thank you indeed for being here. Let us see who is here with us this morning. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan out in breezy Illinois. Thank you so much for being here with us. How are you doing today? Thank you indeed for being here. And I hope that our foray outside today as we become Jaguars keeps you warm indeed, even as you are out there adventuring. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Thank you, and good to see you here as always. Sending you lots of hugs. Thank you for joining us on Storytime. Good morning to you, baby Bia, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. Another sunny but frosty day out there in Seattle this morning. Thank you so much for joining in. And you say, happy Friday, friends. Well, happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Good morning. What a beautiful trail. Good morning, Braylon, Chad, Auntie Ann, and of course, Auntie Pam from Natchitoches, Louisiana. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hugs to you, and I'm glad that you're here with us. Yes, if you're ever up there north in Washington, please do check out the oh my goodness, why am I blanking on the name now? I can only remember Corridor Trail. What Kirkland Corridor Trail. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, very soon we will be turning into Jaguars. We become Jaguars. We became Jaguars coming up very shortly. Thank you indeed for being here. And I'm glad to see you all. All right, so let's get started. Let's get ready for our story today. And please continue to send us all those beautiful pictures indeed so we can continue learning about the different spaces that you have near you or indeed that you know about. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, and we'll be right back with our story for today. We became Jaguars. But before we go to that too, let me just remind you too that we do have the sixth, it's already 6 years of this, a social justice children's book holiday fair. I cannot believe it how time flies. And this one will be happening at Tian's in Berkeley, Tian's Fine Teas in Berkeley. So if you're ever here, you know where to get your tea. And this one is happening 12 to 11 to 2 p.m. and of course it'll be on 11th December 2022. So do check this one out. And of course, programming will be right here on Storytime platform. So do join us on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Instagram for more information. And of course at storytimewithmisslimata.com. But we'll be here at 8 to 10 with live programming before the in-person event. And then we'll be there again on site with interviews and readings and lots more fun activities. So please do join us on December 11th. You know where to be. Thank you so much for joining in. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda with Amanda Weltman Photography. I'm a photographer and printmaker based in the Pacific Northwest, and I believe that your face deserves wall space. Enjoy today's story time with my favorite storyteller, Mr. Lamata.
Welcome back, friends. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. And yes, we're getting started with our story for today. And this one is called We Became Jaguars. And it is written by Dave Eggers and illustrations by Woodrow White. And we're reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And you know Dave Eggers has brought us many books, including This Bridge Will Not Be Gray. And of course, to What Can a Citizen Do? And many others too. And of course, adult novels as well. Oh, here we go. We became Jaguars. And another one too that just has a beautiful extra art on the inside too. So if you're able, if you have it, just take off that sleeve and see what's down there. Really beautiful indeed. Wonderful. I love it. So yeah, just one more thing to check out. I know that sometimes with library books we're not able to do this, so just wanted to share that here today. We Became Jaguars, written by Dave Eggers, illustrations by Woodrow White. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Enjoy. My grandmother came to visit. I had met her once before. She lived far away. Her hair was very white and very, very long. Grandma visits remind me of my own grandma. My grandma came to visit. I had met her once before. She lived far away. Her hair was very white and very, very long. My parents went out and left us alone. My grandmother got on the carpet and growled. "Let's be jaguars," she said. That sounds like fun. "Let's be jaguars," she said. Oh, Chad, I love it that you're reading along with us today. I love it, love it, love it, love it. My grandmother got on the carpet and growled. "Let's be jaguars," she said. I made the shape of a jaguar. "No, leaner," she said. I sucked in my tummy. "Good," she said. "Now faster," she said. I tried to look faster. "Now fiercer," she said. I lifted my hands and made them close. "Good," she said. "And now we go." Do we have any jaguars out there right this minute? Anybody transform? Are you looking fiercer and faster? Oh, yes. Show your clothes. Rah! "Good," she said. "Now we go." We went into the night. Oh, this is where it usually gets me because this page is great. We went into the night as jaguars, but there's more. We went across the front lawn and into the woods at the end of the cul-de-sac. I had been in those woods many times, but I'd never been through them. Through them, and look, there is more. Can you see? Oh, there we go. Yes, look at all that. Whoa. Wow. I've been to those woods many times, but I'd never been through them. As jaguars, we went through. Oh, yes. As jaguars, we went through. Ah, fearless. In the woods, we leaped into trees and scared away squirrels and birds. Wow. "Don't worry," my grandmother said to them. "We won't eat you. You're too small and gamey." She laughed like great thunder, and I laughed like lesser thunder, and we jaguared on. Yes. "Don't worry, squirrels. You're too little and gamey. We won't eat you." And she laughed like great thunder, and I laughed like lesser thunder, and we jaguared on. Rah! Oh. But when we came upon a rabbit, my grandmother caught it and ate it and offered me some. Yum! I didn't want to eat raw rabbit though, so I said I was allergic. Oh, my grandmother rolled her jaguar eyes, and we jaguared on. Yes, when we came upon a rabbit, my grandmother caught it and ate it and offered me some. I didn't want to eat raw rabbit, so I said I was allergic. My grandmother rolled her jaguar eyes, and we jaguared on. After the woods, there was a high hill, and we took it like it was nothing. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. After the woods, there was a high hill, and we took it like it was nothing. Strong jaguars out there. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling to keep up here. Yes. After the woods, there was a high hill, but we took it like it was nothing. At the top of the hill we saw most of the world. At the top of the hill, we saw most of the world. We did not howl because jaguars do not howl. Jaguars jaguar. So we jaguared on. Now I want to howl. We did not howl because jaguars do not howl. Jaguars jaguar. So we jaguared on. At the top of the hill, we saw most of the world. There are a few vistas like this around me here, and I love that. If you're ever in the area, let me know. I will point you to that. Below the hill, there was a lake, and we went to it and drank from it. It looked like silver and tasted like moonlight. Ooh. That's divine, my grandmother said. That's divine, I said. I said too, because it was. Yes, it looked like silver and tasted like moonlight. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Oh, Grandma drank some, and she said, "That's divine." That's divine, I said too, because it was. Let's run across this lake, she said. Won't we fall in? I asked. Not if we're nimble, she said. So she ran nimbly, and I ran nimbly, and we bounced across like marbles on glass. Whoa. Won't we fall in? I asked. No, not if we're nimble, she said. So she ran nimbly, and I ran nimbly, and we bounced across like marbles on glass. Are you moving nimbly? Like these jaguars we have today? Are you a jaguar today too? Oh. On the other side of the lake, we lay down and we rested. It's always nice to catch a breath, isn't it? After a few minutes, she said, let's run some more. And we ran up a ridge and over a mountain and across an ocean. Oh my goodness. And kept running. No, we were not done. Wow. We ran up a ridge and over a mountain and across an ocean. Oh my goodness. And kept running. Wow. Strong and fierce jaguars we have here. Oh my goodness. We were somewhere in the Himalayas when I remembered that I had school. Whoops. I should go back pretty soon, I said. My grandmother looked at me for a while through her golden jaguar eyes. If you say so, she said. No. I remembered I had school. I should go back pretty soon. Okay, if you say so, she said, looking at me through her golden jaguar eyes. Oh. We ran back quickly and fiercely and nimbly. Who knew how much school I had missed? Wow, but it was okay. It was okay. How? Why? We ran back quickly and fiercely and nimbly. Who knew how much school I had missed? But it was okay. My grandmother wrote me a note. It was okay indeed. Because my grandmother wrote me a note. And that is the end of our story for today, friends. Join me on the other side of this short break. Thank you indeed for being here. I hope that you enjoyed that wonderful story today.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I'm a children's book author, illustrator, and high school art educator. I am the author of 30,000 Stitches, the inspiring story of the National 9/11 flag, illustrated by Sally Warren Comport and published with Worthy Kids # book group. One thing that drew me to writing 30,000 Stitches was the idea that people from all different communities came out to stitch this flag and make it whole again. So I hope that when people read 30,000 Stitches, they remember the power of sharing our stories. When people came out to stitch the flag, they shared their stories, whether about loss or pain or love. We all have stories to tell, and by sharing our stories and listening to one another's stories, we can create a better understanding of each other and create a sense of connection and unity. And this is what creates a more inclusive world. I hope you enjoy your story time with Mr. Lamada. Bye, everybody.
Welcome back. Thank you indeed for joining me on Storytime. I'm glad that you were here. I hope that you enjoyed this one. We became jaguars. Thank you so much for joining in. And this one is written by Dave Eggers and Woodrow White. And of course, we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. I hope indeed that you can find it at your local library. Do like Braylon, read along, read along. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you. And of course, next week is break for some of you, is break for some of us. So hopefully that we're back here again on Storytime together. And I know that people will be traveling and do all kinds of things, but we will see you again for more story time. So please just get comfortable, get cozy this weekend. I know it is cold in places, rainy in others, but I hope that indeed you can find beautiful spaces like this one that was shared by Amanda Wortman. And this one is called the Kirkland Corridor Trail out there in Washington. So if you are around there, please, you know where to go. And this one has trails in there. It is a walk, bike, and running trail. And that little wooden structure that you see there in the back is where one of the stops used to be. And now it has benches in it, and you can rest, be inside, read about the history of the railroad track, the railroad line that used to be there, and of course see pictures as well that are displayed inside. Beautiful initiative. I love it. Yes, turning those unused spaces into beautiful green spaces that benefit the community. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate you all. Let us see one more time who was with us this Friday morning and ready to enjoy that book. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you one more time, Sarah and Nathan out in breezy Illinois. I hope that you have a lovely rest of the day. Thank you for being here with us today on Storytime. And of course, thank you, Amanda West, for being here with us. Good morning to you, baby Bia, and of course, Amanda Wortman. Thank you for the pictures indeed, and the little history too on the place. Thank you so much. I will be sharing that link in the comments and also later on the Storytime platform, so people can go and find those beautiful trails indeed. Thank you so much for joining us today on Storytime. Yes, frosty, it's sunny out there in Seattle today. Thank you so much for joining in, and of course, happy Friday, friends. You say thank you, and happy Friday to you as well. Thank you, Pamela Courtney. Say what a beautiful trail. Good morning from Braylon, Chad, Auntie Ann, and of course Auntie Pam out there in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, love it that Chad was reading along with us today on Storytime. We became jaguars was our story for today. Until next time on Storytime, thank you so much for being here with me, friends. I hope that you have a lovely weekend. I hope that you have a lovely Friday to start with. And then, of course, a lovely rest of the week. And of course, I know too, many of us will be with family next week. So I hope that you have a wonderful time with family and indeed get to enjoy. And of course, too, even if you're on your own, I hope that you find space to do things your way, to do things that is best for you, whether that means taking some time alone or indeed taking some time being with others. I hope that you are in a space that is just right for you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I will see you again when we're back next week for more Storytime. Thank you for being here with us. Absolutely appreciate you, and continue being your best selves, and of course continue enjoying all the different images that people have sent us here on Storytime. Thanks to today's submission by Amanda Wortman and Baby Bia. Thank you so much for being here. Hugs from me, and I will see you again for more Storytime. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing